Want to learn how to build your own MCP server without writing a single line of code yourself? This is the video for you. Wow, look at that. Cursor has completely upgraded our MCP server. Now, can you add a task for me? Add finish editing my YouTube video to my task list. Can you tell me what tasks I have on my to-do list? Now mark that video editing task as complete. Want your AI to remember your tasks, track your to-dos, and actually help you organize your life? Or maybe you want to share your own personal knowledge base with your AI assistant? Today, I'll show you how to build the bridge that connects AI to your world. Hey everyone, welcome back to Build with Grit. I'm Alex, and today I'm going to show you how to take your AI assistants and AI applications to the next level with your very own MCP server. We're going to vibe code our own MCP server using Cursor and Python. And the best part, the AI will do all the heavy lifting for us. If you've been wondering what MCP is, the Model Context Protocol is basically the USB-C cable that lets AI assistants like Claude actually interact with your computer, apps, data sources, and even external tools. It's the power-up that transforms AI from being simple chatbots into a powerful tool that can actually access and use our data and applications. I've got a more detailed video about MCP on my channel if you want a deep dive. We'll cover more advanced use cases in future videos, but today we're laying the groundwork. All right, let's get started. First, we need to set up Cursor, which is an amazing code editor built for working with AI. If you're new to Cursor, we've made a whole series on getting started here. Now, here's a pro tip. To get the best results, we're going to add the MCP documentation to Cursor. This helps the AI understand exactly what we're trying to build. There are several software development kits available to build MCP, but today we'll use the Python MCP SDK that takes care of all the plumbing for us, making it super easy for us to create an MCP server. Perfect. Now we're ready to build our MCP server. Let's start with the simplest version possible, a basic one-shot MCP server that just prints a message. I'm going to prompt Cursor to generate this for us. It helps to be a bit specific, so feel free to steal my example. Watch how easy this is. Create a simple MCP server in Python following the instructions in these docs. Add a tool that simply returns a hello message when called. Now, I'll also add a few specifics at the end here. Add a main method that runs our server with mcp.run. Use the stdio transport protocol. And that's it. Let's try it. Look at that. Cursor generated a complete MCP server for us. Let me explain what's happening here. Now, here are the imports we need, and this part sets up the MCP server using the Python fastMCP. This is our tool function, decorated with the tool decorator. The Python SDK takes care of all the advanced stuff for us, like generating the MCP protocol messages, translating these to the wire format, establishing connections, and everything. We don't need to worry about any of that. Now, in this simple example, we're focused on tools for our MCP server. But there are a few other concepts that we will cover in future videos, namely prompts and resources. Right now, most applications that implement the MCP client supports tools, but very few currently support prompts or resources. So for now, let us stick with tools. Now, there are a few ways to test our server. We can use the MCP Inspector, which let us test while we're developing. We can simply run mcp dev and the name of our file, and then access the inspector through our browser. Let me show you. Here we can connect to the MCP server. Then we can list the available tools. And here we can run our newly created tool. See? Super easy. So now let's test this out with Claude. We'll need to install the MCP server and configure Claude to use it. We can use the MCP command line tool to install it. This will add the required configuration to our Claude config file. We can also view this config by heading over to Settings, Developer, and then Edit Config. Here you can see the config file. Now you can use this same config, for instance, in Cursor, if you want to add the MCP server to Cursor. What's actually happening here is that we're instructing Claude to run this server. So we're essentially directing Claude to start this server locally. That means that we don't have to actually run the server. Claude will do it for us. Let's open up Claude and see if this is working. Great. Now let's test it by asking Claude to use our MCP server. Claude, can you use my Hello World MCP function? See, it works. We just built a functioning MCP server without writing a single line of code ourselves. Pretty cool. But it's clearly not very useful at this stage. Let's make it a bit more useful and relevant. These examples are still basic, but you should be able to build from here to whatever you want to solve with MCP. Let's upgrade our MCP server to do two things. One, read from a file containing motivational quotes and return a random quote. And two, manage a simple to-do list where we can add, view, and complete tasks. So here's the prompt that I'll give to Cursor. Enhance our MCP server to add two new functionalities. A tool that reads from a quotes.json file and returns a random motivational quote. A simple task manager that gives us a tool to add tasks, a tool to list tasks, and a tool to mark tasks as complete, storing them in a tasks.json file. Let's run it. We can, of course, also use AI to populate our motivational quotes database. Just prompt Cursor to fill the file with motivational quotes. Wow, look at that! Cursor has completely upgraded our MCP server. Let me show you the key additions. Here's how it loads and selects random quotes. And this part here handles creating and managing the tasks file. These tools handle adding, listing, and completing tasks. Now let's restart Claude and test this out. We've added tools, but we don't need to change the config file. Claude will always ask the server what tools it has available to use. Claude, can you give me a motivational quote using my MCP server? Now, can you add a task for me? Add finish editing my YouTube video to my task list. Can you tell me what tasks I have on my to-do list? Great. Now mark that video editing task as complete. Look at that. We just built a fully functional MCP server that can help Claude manage our tasks and provide motivational quotes. And we didn't write a single line of code ourselves. There are, of course, great solutions out there already for managing tasks, but the point was to demonstrate how easy it actually is to create your very own MCP server with any logic you want. This opens up so many possibilities for how you can use AI assistants in your daily life. Imagine extending this to interact with your calendar, email, or any other application. The possibilities are endless. This is just scratching the surface of what's possible with MCP. In the next video, we'll expand our MCP server to more advanced use cases like connecting to any API. So make sure you hit that subscribe button to not miss out on future videos. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more Build with Grit videos, where we explore practical ways to enhance your productivity with AI. Drop a comment below with what type of MCP functionality you'd like to see in a future video, and I'll see you in the next one.